Hello and welcome to my channel, where I share everything you need to know about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. In today's video, I'm going to explain the difference between a soft fork and a hard fork, two terms that you may have heard a lot in the crypto space. But before we get into that, I have a question for you. Have you ever updated your software or app on your device? If you have, then you probably know that sometimes the update is mandatory and sometimes it is optional. And sometimes, the update can change the way the software or app works, or even create a new version of it. Well, something similar can happen in the cryptocurrency world, where the software or app is the blockchain protocol that runs the network. Sometimes, the protocol needs to be updated or changed to improve its functionality, security, scalability, or compatibility. And sometimes, these changes can create a new version of the blockchain or the cryptocurrency. These changes are called forks, and they are one of the most important and controversial aspects of the cryptocurrency landscape. They can affect how the network operates, how the users interact with it, and how the value of the cryptocurrency is determined. But what exactly are forks? Why do they happen? And what is the difference between a soft fork and a hard fork? That's what we are going to find out in this video. So, if you are ready to learn more about this fascinating topic, keep watching. A fork is a change in the rules or code of a blockchain protocol. It can be seen as a software update or upgrade that modifies how the network validates transactions and creates new blocks. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that records transactions in chronological order and links them together using cryptography. Each block contains a set of transactions and a reference to the previous block, forming a chain of blocks that goes back to the first one. The blockchain protocol is the set of rules that defines how the network operates, such as the size and frequency of blocks, the difficulty and algorithm of mining, the consensus mechanism and validation process, the transaction format and fees, the additional features and functions. The protocol is agreed upon by all the participants in the network, such as nodes, computers that store and validate transactions and blocks; miners, computers that compete to create new blocks and earn rewards; users, individuals or entities that send and receive transactions; developers, individuals or teams that create and maintain the code. The protocol is open source, meaning anyone can access, review, or modify it. However, any change in the protocol requires consensus among the participants, meaning they have to agree on whether to adopt it or not. This is where forks come in. A fork is a way of proposing and implementing a change in the protocol. It can be initiated by anyone who has access to the code, such as developers, miners, users, or even hackers. There are two main types of forks, soft forks and hard forks. They differ in how they affect the compatibility and continuity of the network. A soft fork is a change in the protocol that is backward compatible, meaning it still allows older versions of the protocol to function and interact with the new version. A soft fork usually introduces new rules or features that tighten or restrict the existing ones. For example, a soft fork can reduce the block size limit, increase the transaction fees, or add new validation criteria. A soft fork does not create a new blockchain or a new cryptocurrency. It creates two branches that coexist with one another. One branch follows the old rules and one branch follows the new rules. However, both branches recognize each other as valid. This means that nodes and miners that have not updated to the new version can still accept and process transactions and blocks from those that have updated. However, they cannot use or benefit from the new features or functions introduced by the soft fork. A soft fork requires majority support from the network to be successful. This means that more than 50% of nodes and miners have to update to the new version for it to become dominant. Otherwise, there could be confusion or conflicts among different versions of the protocol. An example of a soft fork in cryptocurrency history is segregated witness, segwit, which was implemented on Bitcoin in 2017. Segwit was a change that separated transaction signatures from transaction data, allowing more transactions to fit in each block and improving scalability and security. A hard fork is a change in the protocol that is not backward compatible, meaning it invalidates older versions of the protocol and creates a new version that is incompatible with the old one. A hard fork usually introduces new rules or features that expand or change the existing ones. For example, a hard fork can increase the block size limit, change the mining algorithm, or create a new consensus mechanism. A hard fork creates a new blockchain and a new cryptocurrency. It creates two branches that diverge from each other. One branch follows the old rules and one branch follows the new rules. However, both branches do not recognize each other as valid. This means that nodes and miners that have not updated to the new version cannot accept and process transactions and blocks from those that have updated. They are effectively cut off from the network and have to either update or stay on the old chain. A hard fork requires unanimous support from the network to be successful. This means that all nodes and miners have to update to the new version for it to become the only valid one. Otherwise, there could be a permanent split in the network and the community. An example of a hard fork in cryptocurrency history is bitcoincash, which was created in 2017. Bitcoincash was a change that increased the block size limit from 1 megabyte to 8 megabytes, allowing more transactions per block and aiming to improve scalability and lower fees. Forks happen for various reasons, but they usually fall into one of these categories. Improvement: forks can happen to improve the functionality, security, scalability, or compatibility of the protocol. They can introduce new features or functions that enhance the network or fix existing issues or bugs. For example, Segwit was an improvement fork that aimed to solve the transaction malleability problem and increase the capacity of the network. Innovation: forks can happen to create new versions of the protocol or the cryptocurrency that have different characteristics or goals. They can experiment with new ideas or concepts that diverge from the original vision or direction. For example, Bitcoin Cash was an innovation fork that aimed to follow Satoshi Nakamoto's original white paper more closely and restore peer-to-peer electronic cash functionality. Disagreement: forks can happen due to disagreements among the participants in the network over how the protocol should operate or evolve. They can reflect different opinions, preferences, or interests that clash with each other. For example, ethereumclassic was a disagreement fork that resulted from a controversial decision to reverse a hack that drained funds from a smart contract called the DAO in 2016. Forks have both advantages and disadvantages for the network and the users. Here are some of them. Advantages: forks can improve the performance, security, scalability, or compatibility of the network by introducing new features or functions that enhance its functionality. Forks can create new versions of the protocol or the cryptocurrency that offer different benefits or opportunities for innovation and experimentation. Forks can allow users to choose which version of the protocol or the cryptocurrency they prefer or support, giving them more freedom and diversity. Forks can increase the value of the cryptocurrency by creating scarcity or demand for both versions of it. Disadvantages: forks can cause confusion, conflicts, or splits in the network and the community by creating incompatible versions of the protocol or the cryptocurrency. Forks can reduce the security, stability, or efficiency of the network by dividing its resources, such as nodes, miners, users, or developers. Forks can expose users to risks or losses by creating uncertainty, volatility, or duplication of transactions or balances. Forks can damage the reputation or credibility of the protocol or the cryptocurrency by creating controversy, distrust, or competition among its stakeholders. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new and useful about soft forks and hard forks in cryptocurrency. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Also, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about forks? Have you ever experienced one? And which one do you prefer, soft forks or hard forks? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.